Sorry, I kinda wanna just test the sound and everything. Look at that. 40 to 30 seconds came about. When a champion becomes king. Alright. Full dashboard's on its thing, almost before a minute struck. Okay. Just want to check the stream first, as always. See how it's looking and sounding and everything. Because, of course. Alright. Stream seems good. Oh, the thumbnail thing got caught on my bot was me swinging for the fences. Alright, excuse me. Hello, EXM. I'm gonna call you XM just for short, but welcome on in. Hope you're having the hump day of a Wednesday. Okay. Everything seems good. Boss on there, they're stuffing things. Alright. Alright, so it is now past the 4-minute mark and everything, and since everything's popped off notifications, I will go ahead and do my intro. So, as always, everyone, hey, oh my fellow Rumble Maniacs, it's Mr. Rumble Roses here, and welcome to another installment of Elden Ring. Now, truth be told, I thought originally this was going to be a day where I was going to be streaming some Dead by Daylight, because I thought the second level of the Chaos Shuffle Tome was going to be opening up, but apparently not. Because sometimes I never can understand when cause apparently sometimes I can never understand when that thing, has like certain time was going off or whatever, but what can you do? But yeah, apparently it should be opening up sometime tomorrow, so I figured that for today that I would do some more Elden Ring. And I figured that the one thing I would do, at most, is I would play around with my build here that you see before you, which is called Great Pumpkin Eater. Now I know probably some of you are thinking, like, what crazy, what a name, sounds crazy, blah 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 blah. But there's some meaning behind it. There's kind of like some meaning behind it. So, but first, gonna do the usual stuff and everything, show the stats. So he is level 175. He has 67 vigor, 9 mind, which is not a lot, probably like the lowest I've ever had for a character. 42 endurance, 30 strength, 80 dex, 7 intelligence, 8 faith, and 11 arcane. Um, his origin thing, he was started off as a hero, and he got his little gift thing was the golden seed, because golden seeds are a thing. Um, and I know I've talked about this so many times, but I know there's been some people that have followed the channel recently, and and all that. So the whole situation with this character is that it is based off of one of Fia's champions. Fia, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, also is known as Fia the Deathbed Companion. My friend Onyx was the one who came up with this idea. It was like, hey, I got an idea for a pumpkin build you can play around with, because he was always going to play around with like pumpkin builds and onion builds, for like Dark Souls and Elden Ring and all that jazz. So I was like, okay, well, what do you got? What do you got? What's the plan? All that good stuff. And we pretty much, he pretty much gave me the, the stat stuff I need. He gave me like a little sheet to work with. I've been like, okay, I gotta, put my stuff, my stats in this, that, and the other. And it gave me all the ideas for like, talismans and weapons and all other stuff as well. And pretty much, lo and behold, this is what came up with. I did change the gauntlets and greaves a little bit, because I think it was like, I think originally it was like Gilmere Knight stuff, but I was trying to like do a thing where it's like, kind of have like I was trying to do like a bit of a fashion type of thing, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so I was trying to do like a little bit of a fashion thing, maybe like get close to being like a gold type of color and all that. I know people probably want to see the face, so yeah, here's the face of Great Pumpkin Eater. This pretty much came about from the game itself. Pretty much in a nutshell, I'm not like much of a build maker expert. I'm not really been one to put time and effort into a whole lot of creations of and stuff of my own. Sometimes often at times I have my friend Onyx help me out with that in some sort of way. But what I did basically was I just chose a random ass template of a thing, changed the the hairstyle a little bit, something I haven't really used before. Made a mold, and all that, and also I think I also kind of played around with the face a little bit as well, just one similar faces or whatever. But yeah. So his weapons, he has not one but two rotten great axes. One's got a little cold infusement thing, and the other one's got blood. Um, and the main one, which is this one, the blood rotten great axe, it also has this little lash of war that give off another little proc, which basically is poison. So I have Scarlet Rot, Blood Loss, Frostbite, and Poison. If I go if I go, get the poison off. For the attire, he's got the Pumpkin Helm, because, Pumpkin, Bloodhound Knight Armor, and Godric Knight Gauntlets and Greaves. At least these are going to be the thing for the time being, because I don't really know for sure about, any other stuff, but, his talismans, he's got the Great Taurus Arsenal, which vastly raises my max equipment load. Bulgos Talisman, raises poise, and Kindred of Rots, and Lord of Blood's Exaltation. Basically, in a nutshell, if I get blood loss in the vicinity with one, or poison or rot in the vicinity. Increases my attack power some. So, yeah. So yeah, if I could be able to get like, some procs off, from like poison, scarlet rot, and bleed, then I could be able to have my attack power get increased some. So, yeah. Excuse me. My Wanderer's Physics stuff, I have the Stoneborn Crap tier, which temporarily makes Tance breaks easier. And also have the Green Burst Crystal tier, which temporarily boosts max recovery speed. Because swinging these two things is going to take a lot out of your stamina. But yeah, last time on stream, we were doing some more work. We were doing a little bit of work with our boy here, and one of the things that we managed to do was we actually went to go fight Moog, and that was actually probably one of my most memorable moments that I've had. It's probably one of my top memorable moments that I've had in this game, because I literally managed to fucking obliterate Moog before he can even go try and go into phase 2. He literally had no phase 2, and I was pretty happy about that. Also, I never got hit by him either. But yeah, also and for the Ash Summon stuff, I have the Mimic Tier Ashes, which is at max plus 10. I was thinking about having him, have like the Mad Pumpkin thing as well, because one pumpkin thing to another. But I decided I managed to go for Mimic Tier Ashes because, it's basically my build. Because of that and everything like that as well, I also have raw meat dumplings, because if my Mimic Tier is smart enough, it can be able to heal itself with the raw meat dumplings, but but it won't get the poison effect, because you see it says restores HP but also poisons the user. But with Mimic Tier, it doesn't do that. But yeah, we're gonna be trying, to go through the game and everything. We're gonna try and see if we can, go fight. We're gonna see if we can go fight Malicus. And we're gonna turn Lindale from the Royal Capital to the Ashen Capital. And when I was offline, also, I managed to do some more stuff with Fia's questline and everything, and I had managed to get the Mending Run of the Deathbed Prince, because that's the thing. That's kind of like the thing for the ending. I also got a Radiant Boldican's Blessing along with the main one, because you get the Radiant one after you do some things in the quest line, and all that. So yeah, and also I do have I do have the remembrances on him, because I kind of like had like this random ass little thought that he's like he's someone who collects remembrances as like trophies. So yeah. Actually, before I face Malicus, I actually want to go to Round Table Hold, and I want to get rid of a lot of my my runs that I have, mainly the ones that that I have on me, so that way, in case I die, I won't worry about losing much. But yeah, I guess also while I'm here, I've also been getting some of this stuff.
No. Wait. You have felt the curse. I can smell it on you. Boxed, yet tender. Apparently my seedbed is ripe and waiting. 'Twas a brief respite, I must say. Go and unshackle my corporeal flesh, trapped in the sewer jail below the capital. I can kill you and defile your corpse. Then the pox will truly be your own.
And also, that's another thing I technically did offline, and if they're all off stream, where I basically had gotten I basically had gotten the jail, I got the underground stuff, taken care of. So 105. Now I'm gonna try, do some of these things, with like at least my Mimic tier. But if I'm having some slight roadblocks, I'll probably bring some people in because I figure, another little thing that could go towards Great Pumpkin Eater's lore per se, where it's like he doesn't mind doing joint cooperation, whether it be like someone helping him, or he himself helping others. So yeah. Yeah, so up here, I believe Horseboy should be dead already. And he is, because he's not fading into existence. Alright. So I'm going to use the main Baldican's Blessing. I'm not going to use the Radiant one. Because to me, I'd say like the Radiant one's kind of like a thing, where, it's like a special thing.
Destined death. I will not have it stolen from me.
Poison proc on him. God damn it, I couldn't get fucking heal off. I couldn't get a fucking heal off because he's throwing shit at me. That honestly should not have killed me, but it did. You know it's stupid as hell. Like I said, good thing I fucking got rid of, the majority of my ruins. But I'm not gonna use, even though I technically wasted the main Baldican's Blessing, I'm still not gonna use a Radiant one. I consider Radiant ones to be, something special. I'm not gonna die again. Nope, at least not yet. Yeah, I figured he would do that shit. too. That's not a hit. Nope. Okay, poison again. And there we go. Remembrance of the Black Blade. We're going to skip the cutscene because, you know, seeing enough already. But yeah, depending on how things go, you know, if we manage, you know, to have like some good RNG type stuff, you know, and everything, then I might do like some random co-op, you know, some random co-oping. I might do it with either Great Pumpkin Eater, or I might switch over to Pei and, you know, play with her and everything, because, you know, got a lot of stuff taken care of there. Yeah, because she has, you know, she got the, you know, main game stuff. She got you know, a lot of stuff in DLC as well. So, yeah. I still don't know 100% for sure though about, like, you know, the next time that I will do like another playthrough of the DLC, because I know originally at one point in time I started doing the DLC stuff with the dude, aka my first build that I did a full playthrough with this game. And I was doing that with Onyx. It was like, you know, me and him were going to be trying to go through the DLC stuff together, but then things kind of, like, you know, happened IRL. You know, couldn't go do much of that, you know, all that. So, like, slowly but surely, when I started doing, you know, playing the DLC on my own, and of course, and yes, of course, you know, like, I have done things where it's like, you know, I'll use my ass summons, or I'll bring, like, you know, an actual people. I just realized I never got my fucking I just had to realize I never picked up my things, so. Well, actually, hold on. I think I could actually go back to it. Um. I think you could still. I believe you could still go to fucking. Um. You know, Redguard's area, can't you? Oh, yeah, it's way the fuck over here. Yes, even though like it's only like a 100 thing of runs, but I don't know. Sometimes you know, that fucking icon thing, you know, like, oh, dude, you know, you got some lost runs over here. It's gonna kind of bug the shit out of me. Alright, 105. Alright, so now I'm gonna go back to Round Table Hold. I'll just, use up all the ruined stuff that I can. I can purchase from Squid Main Husk. I keep forgetting, like, what the fuck you go get from them. Like afterwards. I got a cookbook. Alright, so invested in some smithing stones. Alright, Lindale, capital of Ash. Yeah, other than that though, I had a bit of an idea for like a name change if I could actually, if I can actually be able to beat Elden Ring as Great Pumpkin Eater. I had like an idea of like maybe changing his name to like Great Pumpkin Lord or something like that. Yeah, because they're thinking like, oh, he's now the Elden Lord and all that. I don't know for sure if I would. I don't know for 100% for sure if I would be changing much for like his attire or anything like that. Because I'd say probably like for the time being, at least, probably probably just, do stuff and things like this. Have them all decked out like this and everything. Nothing here. Another thing I will say that I'm not 100% sure of, though, even though like I was 100%, I was kind of thinking about like doing this with main game at least, but I'm not 100% sure if I will do I don't know for sure if I will take Great Pumpkin Eater into the DLC. Like I don't know. Like I don't know if I will take him into the DLC. Like I don't even know how I wouldn't even know exactly as to how he'd fare, honestly. But but if I will say though, if I do if I do decide to be like, hey, I think I'll test my luck, and try him out or whatever, then I know I'll be able to do it because of how I managed to beat Moog. Once you beat Moog, and the thing like maybe Radahn at most, then you could be able to then you could be able to go into DLC because Moog's area um, is where you normally would go. And I still and one thing I wish about this fucking area is that you can get on your damn horse. I mean, I know that it's like it's like I know that we're fucking in fucking Lindell and everything, but this is no longer like like a city. It's not like the same. It's not like the same type of city as you'd see beforehand or whatever. Like it's fairly Ash. It's called the Ashen Capital. Which, speaking of, I have to be able to come here, relight that. yeah, like, you know, like everything, you know, is turned to ash, you know, everything's pretty much like destroyed and shit, so anybody was like, hey, you know, why can't you just let us have a fucking horse to, you know, to ride? And this is something, you know, that I will admit that, you know, sometimes whenever I, you know, turn Lindell, you know, World Capital Lindell into, you know, the action capital and all that, I will freely admit that, you know, I get fucking lost, you know, try to go around here. And I say the one thing that kind of sucks about this, and I said the one thing that kind of sucks about this area and all that is that fucking, um, you can't really summon anyone here. Ruin Arc. But yeah, it's like, you know, it's like once you turn Lindell into the Ashen Capital, then, you know, it's pretty much a solo journey until I think you get to, what's his name? Okay, there we go. That's the area I was looking for. Let's see, I go up here, ride the elevator up. And over here. Activate this. Because he's gonna be the thing that's gonna try and help people in a lot of areas. Drink this, and I'm gonna bring up my mimic here.
I knew you'd come to stand before the Elden Ring, to become Elden. What a state of affairs. I commend your spirit, but alas, shall take the throne, quick as I know in my bones. A tarnished cannot become a lord. Not even you.
We'll see about that.
Cannot kill a god.
Alright, so got the Scepter of the All-Knowing, the Helm, Armor, Gauntlets, Greaves. And, I'll put this stuff away. Yeah, I still have the Serpent Hunter because, you know, for Rykard and shit. Yeah, even though like Rykard is like a gimmick fight and all that, but I know a lot of people, you know, will, you know, summon there, which is understandable. whether or not, like be like, oh, like he's, sometime, like he sometimes, with how he sometimes likes to, have like the bad RNG and, will spam this or that or whatever. Guess we'll go up here. Go ahead and get this item here first. Rare tree heal, which, yeah, Great Pumpkin Eater doesn't really use incantations or anything. That's why, like, if you notice, like on the if you notice on the bottom left hand side of the screen, like where it shows like my weapons and everything like that, you show like it doesn't have a thing. Yeah, I'm gonna pop this. Then we'll go back to round table hold. And just like, the previous few times, going to, just buy some shit to use up a lot of my ruins. I don't have to worry about many, losing, or I don't have to worry about losing many. Okay, so let's keep going in the Smithing Stone 2s. Alright. Alright, so yeah, I am going to try and use my Mimic Tier for this boss fight and everything. Might even pop a Rune Arc. So I get plus 10 stats to all my stuff. Rune Arc. Blast. To your own hand. I'm gonna skip this because I don't give 2 fucks. Nope, you're not gonna do your little stomp. Oh, do you? Remnants of Horaloo. Wait, whoop. We made Giga Chet and made so-called Mr. Giga Chad look like a Giga Chump. Let's see if I can get that clipped, like after stream or whatever. Yeah, I mean, other than like that first randomized bullshit death, that shouldn't have happened. With Malika. Things go smoothly so far, but I know things are probably going to be a little bit when it comes to Radigan / Elden Beast. Alright. Repeat the process once again. Go to round table hold. Buy some shit until I'm very low on runs. Rinse and repeat. Cast a fucking check. Actually, I think I might be able to get some stuff. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. I've got Radahn's, all Radahn's spear stuff. I want to see what this looks like. The Great Pumpkin. Great Pumpkin Lord, I should say. Bop, 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 bop. Honestly, if I can find if I can somehow find like one more golden seed, I'll be at the max 14. I'll be at the max 14 stuff that I need.
I see.
I need to really talk to you, because alright, more of that. Stone 3s. And now, back to the Elden Throne. Alright. So, I am pretty curious about this, also somewhat nervous. We are going to skip the cutscene for this because it's, same thing, over and over. Plus, it gives me a way to bring a mimic in. Get over here, Mimic. Ow. Okay, so he's poisoned right now. Keep forgetting because I'm dual wielding this thing. Come on, he's almost dead. There we go. And he's still losing health. I go on port real quick, just Ow, that should not have hit. Drink. Okay, it should be after me. Got a heal up on it. Ow. That should not have hit. That should not have been a grab. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Motherfuckers. Yeah, careful. Dump because the mimic. Really? That should not have been a grab. There we go. And there we go. Mimic died. The mimic died. Oh, not thing. All right. There we go. Okay, so I'd say, you know, like it was a little bit dicey, but I'd say things went pretty nicely. Like, I'm trying to think, because part of me wants to try, like, maybe see if I can get, see if I can go kill, Melania before I, before I do, the thing. So I think what I'll do for right now is I will. Well, actually, then again, I was supposed to say, I was gonna go to her thing. I probably might actually summon for that one, cause, But, let me go to round table again, repeat the process, spend my things. And a good jug of milk. Alright, so yeah, like I said, we've done, we've done that. Smithing Stone 3s. Like, bye, I am stuck to the brim. The first 3 smithing stones. Alright, on 3 roots. So I know that so I know at least one of my procs is not really going to be doing a thing, which is not going to be Rot. So at most, you know, I have like one less thing I can be able to play around with, but still. Dar. Dutch. I think those are I think that's the thing that you can use for them. I think that's the thing you get from the Godskin. I want to say Apostle, the thin Godskin boy. Let's see if we can get anyone to join the party. Summon 2 people.
Hey!
Okay, got one.
Hey!
Got the other. Alright, so... That's gonna wait until they get in. My god, Melania is just fucking full of like arrows and shit. Uh-oh. Waterfall dance. I wish I could get that fucking good dodging her fucking waterfall dance move. Proc. Nice. Where's she gonna go after? Gonna go after them. Good thing I chose some like little bit of long range stuff. God damn it! I didn't know she was bleh. I didn't notice that she was gonna be doing that. I thought she was gonna like go for like a straight like a thrust attack or something. I didn't get to see the notification of like see the sign like, oh, she's going for the waterfall dance. Yeah. You got a pole, that thing. Enable summon cooperator. Oh my fucking god, son. Whoa.
Hey!
Down the business, I guess. Ow. Do that while she's distracted. Nice. And he's dead. Into the bitch. And I'm exiting, cause yeah. Yeah, I don't think though that I'm gonna do like every single boss. No, I think there's like the one boss is like Anstel or whatever the fuck. So I'd say if we could build those release, like maybe try Millennia, and then well, like Millennia, probably like that one a giant deer boss, whatever. Then maybe that's how I'll kind of end the run for something for the time being, but I don't know. Because again, like I said, I don't know for sure if I'm going to ever really take Great Pumpkin Eater into the DLC. Dutch. Well, do I have usernames? No, I have character names. Let's see what you can do. Never mind. Ooh, you got a big ass hammer. There you go, there, one big ass hammer. Woo.
Hey!
Alright. See what you can do. A table. Oh, I've got Cragblade on that. How does that hit me? Look, Melania is cheating her ass up over here, apparently. Yo, she has no fucking health. You had no fucking health, Melania. You cheating ass bitch. You cheating ass bitch. You had no health. You should have been in phase 2 already. No health. So we now know, so that's another reason why fucking Melania needs a nerf. And I don't care what people say. You know, even if she's an optional boss, she still needs a fucking nerf. I will literally die on the hill to say that Melania needs a nerf. You know, you can fucking nerf her ass to the ground for all I care. You know, fucking nerf her ass more than what people like to see Skull Merchant happen with Skull Merchant or whatever. Fucking cheating ass bitch. Like again, you guys saw that, right? She literally had no fucking health whatsoever. Like, you know, the frost did the thing.
Hey!
And yet, you know, like, you know, frost procced off. But yet, you know, your mind. Yeah, I was one-handed. Ah, fuck. Well, now when you go get her to do a stand break thing. Hey! That should not have hit. And she's gonna come after me. Bullshit, that should not have killed me. You're Melania, blade of cheating. That's what you are. You know, you should already have been dead, bitch. You know, shut the fuck up. Like you are, like you might as well say like, I am Melania, Blade of Cheater. Let's see what you got, I guess. Got a couple of pokey things. Got a couple of pokey things. Ugh.
Hey! Hey!
Alright. Step it to... Yep! That hits. Ow, that's not a hit. Ow! That should not have killed me! Shut up, Melania, no one gives a shit. You're a piece of shit boss. I should not have died. I should not have died to that. I don't care, again, I don't care what you guys say. I should not have died to that. That was complete bullshit. Like, I want this bitch's head as a trophy at this point. Melania Mikola. Damn.
Hey!
Yep. Oh, please stay alive. I couldn't do anything. Ow, that's not a hit. Nice. Nice. And Miss Ladybone, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Welcome on in, everyone. Apparently kind of busy dealing with a bitch, with a rotten boss bitch. And I hope you have a good night too, Miss Ladybone. Thank you so much for the raid. I was, kind of talking and everything like that, but I got a bitch on my hands. Pop this. Almost dead. Oh, fuck me. She was nearly almost dead. Anyway. So, I guess now that I have a moment, so welcome in everyone from Miss Ladybone stream. I'm Mr. Rumble Roses. Friends call me Rumble for short. I'm currently doing a playthrough of Elden Ring, doing God knows how many, playthroughs that I've done so far. I'm playing with a character that was made technically for me by my friend Onyx, also known as Onyx Gaming Machine, that I dubbed as Great Pumpkin Eater. If you guys are familiar with Charlie Brown, then more than likely you'll know what's up. But yeah, like I'm trying to do a bit of a thing to where it's like I'm trying to kill a good majority of the bosses in the main game before I crown myself or take the throne, if you will, as Elden Lord. Currently having a bit of issues with fucking Melania, because, Melania is a bitch, and I still stand by what I say to this day that she needs a nerf, because fuck her. Oh, let's see about this person. Let me solo person. But yeah, like fucking. She, I still stand by it, and I was still always down the hill saying that she needs a nerf. But, like I said, I'm trying to, do the thing, see if I can get, all, if not some of the remembrances, and everything, so, yeah. But, if you truly are, let me solo her, then I'll let you have at it. Funny thing, too, in a way, I think whenever I was playing as Pei, and I had her do her little run with, Melania. I think I actually brought someone in, I think it's called, Let Me Solo. So it's pretty much like, the closest equivalent of, Let Me Solo her or whatever. It's not the same person, it's not the same infamous person, but, still. But yeah, it's like I remember, I was like, I think it's like this. I think the person just knows like let me solo. And they did really, really good, honestly, like very good. You know, like I just did what I'm pretty much doing here, you know, just stand back, you know, targeting Melania. I do remember at one point, like whenever she was like when she was in phase 2, and she was like, you know, near the end of her thing. Um, I remember kind of going in there and kind of getting like the final kill, just to get like, you know, the last hit in, you know, because like, you know, fucking hey, you know, like you got like, you know, so little health, so it's like, you know, just go ahead and try, you know, just to get the thing, right? So yeah, they're doing pretty well. It's also kind of, it feels also kind of rare when you see people, you know, who try to like, oh, but, you know, let me solo her, like, you know, fucking, you know, like trying to you know, trying to like literally solo Melania by themselves. I think the dude, you know, I think the main dude, you know, of Let Me Solo Her is definitely kind of like had kind of gotten like an impact of a following or some almost cult-like, if you will. But you know, if he can be able to, you know, do all this, then I'll just hopefully for the most part, you know, just try and get like a final hit in when you know she's gotten her attention turned elsewhere. I'll see who this person is. TTV Phase Rift. Phase Rift, huh? I wonder if I can go to look him up while you know, while that fight's going on. Yeah, they're doing really good. They take a little bit of damage, but still hanging in there. Oh. Alright. Phase 2. Do the thing, I'll hang back. Yeah, I'd say like when it comes to Melania, like I never would try to go for like the whole like let me solo her type thing, or it's like, you know, where it's like, hey, you know, just stand back and let me try the thing, you know. Like I honestly like as far as like doing anything like, you know, solo wise, you know, like I'm helping people out or whatever. I would say like at most the only time I'll probably do something like the equivalent of that is if like say I'm playing Bloodborne and I'm playing like those patches and everything. It's like, you know, if I was to get someone for like say Cleric Beast or Father Gascoigne, then yeah, you know, like I might be like, okay, you know, I think like, you know, just let me attempt, you know, do the thing and all that good jazz. So Majestic. Oh, this move. I fucking hate this move. Especially when she does that. The fucking just the actually she sends out her little like pixie ghost or whatever the fuck they're called. Holy shit! Ah, oh, damn. Damn, that sucks. I think her like AI fucking got confused or something. Then I was trying to like do a thing, right, where I was trying to like, you know, maybe, you know, like distract her a little bit so that way the dude can heal, you know, because I thought like maybe, you know, like he still had like some good, you know, some heal stuff left or whatever. But yeah, I think I might have, no, fuck that for him. So, yeah. Yeah, sometimes like the fucking like so yeah, sometimes like the fucking AI in this game can do the weirdest shit. You know, sometimes like, you know, sometimes they're like the weirdest shit, and then I like the, you know, like the and they'll do like a 360 type moves or something. Hopefully they don't get mad at me, you know, for hopefully they don't get mad and everything to where it's like, you know, that if like, you know, they come in, they see it's me, and then they go, you know.
Hey.
At least he's still trying. So. Yeah, like I say, he's doing pretty well. Like even though he doesn't have like even though he's not like, even though he's not doing like the whole like the whole Jarhead and having like the two katanas or whatever, it's like, you know, he's still doing pretty good. Even when, you know, like when he's, you know, barely wearing anything at all. So yeah. Welcome in, Nerdiest. How are you today? Yes, you know, just playing some Elden Ring, trying to get Melania, you know, killed and all that. I'm alright. I'm just playing some Elden Ring with a character of mine called Great Pumpkin Eater. Trying, you know, to get some of the Remembrance bosses and stuff from some of the other, you know, bosses and things like that, because I've killed Elden Beast, I've killed Radagon and Elden Beast, and I want to try to do like a little thing to where like I could get, you know, some of the other Remembrance bosses before I, you know, crown myself as Elden Lord and everything. And right now I'm watching this person, you know, trying to solo Melania. They did a pretty good job of it too. This is their second attempt because, unfortunately, they died. I feel like I'm kind of to blame for the first part. I think like she had like a bit of a crazy little like AI confusion. Hey, Bone Daddy. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well today. That's the whole. That's what bros my pictures for. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not the first time that I've had someone. You know, like I've not. It's not the first time that I've had a let me solo person. You know, help me out with this boss. But yeah, like I know it's not like the actual. Let me solo her person because they like their own PC. This and I'm on console, so. But yeah, I'm kind of just hanging back right now. Watching her slowly but surely get heel annihilated. And I was mentioning this earlier, technically, but I was playing with another build of mine that is up my friend Pay, also known as Horrormancer, for those who want to watch, check out our streams and stuff on Twitch. But yeah, I remember doing the thing where it's like, I decided to bring someone in for Melania, as well, and it was a let me solo person. It wasn't let me solo her, but it was let me solo, so I was like, okay, I'll bring them in, see what they can do, and they actually managed to get the job done. Like, they managed to get her, like, in the phase 2, and they managed to get her, like, her thing all the way, like, near the end, where I could, kind of, like, come in and maybe do, like, a little bit of, like a surprise, surprise attack or two. Nice. Nice. Alright. Dodge that. Let's pop this just to enter. Can't wait to fight her tomorrow. Oh. Well. Just know that she may have a chance of of dying. Like if because she is an annoying ass boss, honestly. And I said this before, and I'll say it again. I honestly think she needs a nerf, even if she is an optional boss. Like some of the stuff that she does is like literally complete bullshit. I'm gonna say, bro, you gonna heal or not? Okay, good. You gotta heal off. But yeah. Yeah, I know, it's pretty stupid, like... Because FromSoft is pretty much stupid, they're kind of assholes, honestly. But yeah, I would literally die on the fucking hill saying that Melania needs a nerf. Like, she's definitely one boss that needs, like, a nerf. Like, she could be nerfed to the fucking ground for all I care, because, like, she's honestly a bit of a shit boss. She's not really that good. And the fact that, like, every time that she lands a hit off, her health, can slowly but surely, go up. Trust me when I say I get that. I get that. Like, I really do. I'm glad. I know this, this, soul game and all that. Like, I know, and trust me when I say, like, I know that, this, Souls game is not meant to be easy. Like, I get that. Like, I can tell. I fucking played Bloodborne. I fucking played Dark Souls 3. I platinum both those bitches. Yeah, I even platinum this game. Like, I know that, I know that these things are not easy. But I will still die on the hill and say that Melania does need a nerf. You know, like, I'd rather see this bitch nerfed to the ground, probably even more so than what people like to see at Skull Merchant happen in Dead by Daylight, or what, you know, people had done or saved for that. Why would I go through that pain? Well, funny thing about that is, I guess you can kind of blame my friend Onyx for that, because, you know, like, he was always going to be like, hey, you know, why don't you try and play this, you know, hey, I'm gonna get you addicted to that, or whatever. And I don't know, like, I can't remember exactly how much I had at the time, but I know I had, like, quite a bit. But, like, I remember at one point in time, like, I had, like, a lot of trophies done for Elden Ring. And I was like, you know what? You know, let me see what you know, what else I can be able to do. You know, we'll see, you know, all that stuff. And a good majority of them were pretty easy, like, I'd say. Because most of them was just like, you know, fighting bosses, you know, defeating them, of course. Fucking, you know, getting some talismans, getting some ash summons, you know, things like that, and getting defeated enemies. So yeah, like, you know, I said, you know, like, you know what, I'm gonna try. Because, and I said this, like, when I started Elden Ring pretty early, like, that I literally had, like, no real intention of even bothering, you know, to platinum Elden Ring. Like, you know, I've already did, you know, I fucking did Dark Souls 3, I did Bloodborne, you know, and did the First Order. And I was like, you know, whatever happens, happens. But, you know, I went through it, you know, I managed to persevere, and yeah, so. Yeah, this dude's doing pretty damn good. I kind of wish I had a heal from the farm. Why stop at Elden Ring? Well, because mainly it's the third game, you know, in the whole, like, Soulsborne series that I had, because I definitely had, like, Elden Ring and Bloodborne. But it's like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, I did it and went through it and everything like that. So now I can just, you know, say like, hey, you know, like, I've platinumed 3 Soulsborne games, so I don't have anything to prove. Oh, please don't die. Okay, good. Still got some heals left. Yeah, I fucking hate that move. The fucking waterfowl dance. And she's going blooming on you again. You have like a knife or something, or? Yeah, me. Phase rift. I gotta remember that, because he could pull this off. Yeah, that's what I was saying too. Like, he did pretty good on the first try, on like the first attempt and everything. You know, the only reason he died is because, and I still kind of say that it was probably my fault, but because I tried to go in for, like, you know, the save and everything, kind of distract Melania, so we could possibly get a heal off. And I think like her AI kind of like got confused or something. It was trying to like maybe like go for me, and then maybe like went for him in the end, and then you know, him with like, you know, impaled him and, you know, killed him with Scarlet Rock and all that. I got a remembrance too.
I'm sorry. I finally met my match.
Hey, of course you did, bitch. But, give me just a sec, guys. I'm gonna try to see if I can message that. I'm gonna try to see if I can message that person. You know, to like, give them my thank yous and everything. Okay. Yeah, that was wild. Like, you know, it's kind of like I think it's kind of like a rare occasion to where you actually would see someone, you know, who wants to be like, hey, you know, it's going to be like a let me solo, you know, person. You know, and some of the ones that I've encountered, like, have done pretty well. You know, like I say, like I've encountered at least a couple of, I've encountered at least at most a couple of good ones that have helped me with some, a couple of times. That person who, you know, did that, you know, helped me with this character is definitely the other one. Let's see. Go ahead and just, yeah, nullify the remedy. Those people didn't exist. Like, so the players would have lost. I'm not going to disagree with that, but I'd say it kind of would depend. I'd say it kind of like depend on like, the play style. Hold on. Hold on, let me read the reply. You're also the first person that was able to solo because the host would either summon another and slash or dive. Yeah, the first time I got grabbed because tried to get her attention from you after you tried to distract her. Yeah. Alright, blue screen again. You know, send a voice message. Alright. Yeah, that person's pretty cool. They did pretty well. Yeah, you gotta love you gotta love seeing some people being dedicated to try and do stuff like that. It honestly feels like a bit of like a rare treat to see. Alright, so now that I got Melania, now that Melania is dead, I'm gonna get her a tire. But but yeah. Like I said, the main thing that I've been kind of been doing is, and I know there's like, all right, nerdy. I don't know if you're still here, but I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out and everything. But like I don't know, like I've kind of doing like a bit of a thing to where it's like, I have at least one character that, that has like their remembrances. It's like personal trophies or anything like that. So it's like, I don't really get like the weapons, or like get issues or sorceries or whatever the fuck they have. If I was to go through and find like every single like walking mausoleum, then maybe. But at the same time, no, it's like I don't know if I'd really would do that. But yeah. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I got 10 remembrances. So so there's that. Let's see. Oh, hello there. Thank you so much again for your help and everything. I really appreciate it. Well, welcome on in. I figured, but it's good. It's good to meet you. It's good to meet you, and again, I really appreciate your help. I was saying earlier, it's kind of like rare to. It's kind of like a rare treat to find someone who wants to do like the whole like let me solo her type thing. But yeah, welcome on in. I'm glad to meet you. Coming a few days ago. Oh, Alex let me solo her. Well, we'll see. You are better at it than I would ever would be, because I would never want to try and really deal with like fighting Melania solo. I'll say that for like fucking Bloodborne, where it's like I like where it's like I fight either like Cleric Beast or Father Gascoigne at my blood level 4 character. Like I'd rather do that versus fucking dealing with Melania. But yeah, basically in a nutshell though, because I managed to beat the final boss and everything like that, Radagon and Elden Beast. I kind of want to do like a bit of a thing where it's like I go to, through some of the main game, like the other parts of the main game, and get some remembrances as well. I've been in my world a few hundred times before I kill without any summons. Weaker than only 60 strength. I have 90 now. Well, you are dedicated, and that is very impressive. But yeah, it's definitely a spectacle to see because as I was telling my stream, as I was telling people earlier in the stream, it's like, it's sometimes kind of rare to see people who, do like the whole let me solo her thing, and all that, and especially to be able to live. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to kind of show this real quick, and all that, because even though like I'm not someone who does the whole like let me solo her thing, on my own, but I have a character that I made, that like on my downtime where it's like I wear like very little like stuff, in a sense, and I try to like help people out in their worlds, while wearing like little to nothing at all almost. I had to see waterfall dance like those far away many times before I learned how to dodge it. I sadly can never fucking dodge that move. Like I can never dodge that move to where it's like like a hitless thing. I somehow always get fucking hit. But yeah, this is a build a character that I made based on one of my friends. Well, you tell me. You feel free to tell me, and while I wait and all that, I'll kind of Yes, this is kind of a thing that I do on my downtime, where it's like, sort of while I wear like like a few pieces of armor, and I don't wear like any like arm things or gauntlets or whatever, and like I'll go through like the game like main game of DLC with like gold mask rags and ascetic ankle guards, maybe circle of light or something. Give me just a second. I'll read that in just a moment. But yeah, so this is kind of like a thing that I do like on my where I wear like circle of light, gold mask rags, and ascetic ankle guards. For like for the most part, I kind of just I guess you say it's kind of like a way to challenge myself with all stuff, even if like I have this as my stats, or sometimes I'll do like a bit of a thing to where it's like I've got so much shit. Hold on, give me a sec. Or sometimes I'll do like a bit of a thing to where it's like I'll don all of this, like I'll go like this. Yeah, I saw that. I figured if you were wearing like a loincloth thing or something. But yeah, this is like another little thing that I do sometimes, where it's like I wear a Millennium's winged helm, Fellowman cloak, Tree Sentinel gauntlets, and gold waist strap. Because if you look, I get 29 poise at most. When I do this, kind of have to do a little thing like that. Also have this the shield, the icon shield, because it gives me a little bit of health and stuff. I figured I figured it's probably for like very low. I know that like the less clothing that you have, the less poise that and everything, and everything like that. But yeah, I've had like some moments where it's like I've had like very little poise, and sometimes my still love to tell or something like that. Oh, excuse me. Most use the Blue Dancers slight benefit from lower equipment load. Oh, Blue Dancers. I think I have that on pay as well. I mean, not like on her, when she wears it, but I think I have that thing. Yeah. But yeah, the character that you helped me out with, if you're familiar with Fia, the Deathbed Companion with her champions and all that, this is the one that has like the pumpkin helm thing. Because a friend of mine gave me this build to play around with on my game, and I'm kind of doing a bit of a thing where it's like I'm doing like Fia's quest line and trying to like get all the way to the end game, not just that way he can become Elden Lord. you know, and stuff like that. So, but yeah. But yeah, like basically in that nutshell, like I just wanted to just do a little thing to where, you know, I try to get like some of the remembrance bosses as trophies, you know, just to have it, you know, and all that. But I will say, like, you know, this build's been pretty fun and pretty cool to use. Cheech, Rykard, with Serpent Hunter, and Lance. Hey, I got the Serpent Hunter too, man. Like a lot of my builds that I have, more than likely will have the Serpent Hunter, you know, in their thing, because I always try and, you know, if I always try and, like, you know, help out with, you know, everything as best as I can, especially Rykard. And if I get summoned to Rykard, I'll change one of my weapons, you know, whatever, to, you know, to be that. But yeah, you know, I got two rotten great axes. One has one is a blood infusement, one's a cold. I also have a poisonous mist, so let's see, scarlet rot, frost, blood, and poison. So I have like four things I could be able to do to proc shit. But yeah, I was about to say though, this build definitely has been quite a thing to play around with. I literally was able to kill Moog on the first attempt, even though like I did use my Mimic Tier Ash Summon. But I literally killed Moog first try, no hits and no phase 2. Yeah, that's how crazy it was. But I'm digging it. Like I've been digging this build. Oh, I trust me when I say I know that feeling. You know, Moog is definitely very annoying, you know, to deal with. Especially like when he goes into phase 2, it's like, you know, the little, you know, fucking, you know, like try to drain your health to get some back and everything. I get it. I don't mind saying this, okay? A good majority of the bosses that I faced, I've had help in some sort of way. I, for some reason, can handle Melania, but can't really deal with Margit. Well, I'd say sometimes, you know, some bosses have their, you know, their RNGs, I guess. But yeah, like, I've done a lot of the bosses and everything like that in this game. I've done like a good majority of them with either people or with Ash summons. Because I don't really do like a thing where I, you know, try and go solo for a lot of bosses. But the one thing I'd say I have a memorable moment of when it comes to Melania was I actually managed to beat her in New Game Plus with the fucking Serpent Hunter, and I had my Mimic Tier Ash up for that. Cause yeah, like I wanted to try and see about, you know, doing a thing with that. Cause some people think, oh, like this thing is like super overpowered and underestimated and things like that. So, but yeah, like I tried, you know, like a few different times here and there. And I bring up my Mimic Tier, you know, have him do like a loadout, but at least I know what conditions are needed for attacks. And that is a good thing to know. I'm gonna say this honestly. Like, okay, I'm not like the best, you know, Soulsborne player out there, like, at all. I have my moments. You know, like I feel like I'm not like complete shit, but I'm not completely, you know, like God tier. Like I feel like I'm, you know, average or a bit more. You know, something like that. You know. Like I said, I've had my moments with you know, with the games. And I was telling someone else earlier. I think I was talking about this during one of your fights, during one of your attempts. I have actually managed to platinum Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, and Elden Ring, 100%. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, I was kind of just doing a bit of a thing of that. Platinum only Elden Ring. Fair enough. But yeah, the thing about it is like I mostly play a lot of games on my PS4 console. And I do a lot of streaming with it as well. And one thing I do a lot of is, and I play I've done play like Bloodborne for a good little while, but then I switched to Elden Ring, like, cause I've done everything in Bloodborne except like maybe just help collabing with certain friends that I want to try and do with, but other than that, let's see. I think the last boss I might try and do is the one here. I think I'll try to do that, and then I'll probably do the ending for Great Pumpkin Eater. Oh, by the way, if you don't mind me asking, what should I call you? Because I'm looking at your name and I'm trying to think what would be a short way of referring to yourself, because there's like Iron, Kotetsu, Soju, or something. I mean, if you don't mind me asking. Probably Iron. Okay, I can work with that. I do know another person goes by Iron, but I haven't seen them in like ages, so I really wouldn't mind if you were the one Iron that I knew of. Yeah, I think I want to try maybe see about doing this boss and everything, and then I'll probably get the ending for and I'm probably gonna actually change his name from Great Pumpkin Eater. I'm sure you'll definitely remember your first encounter with me. So it was someone else's world. Well, again, I really appreciate you helping me out. I'm glad to have met you too. I'm always up for trying meeting people, maybe helping them out with certain bosses and things like that. Just doing my best. Okay, so no things have been lit. All you're charging. All you're charging, you died in 2 hits. They'll probably say until someone else summons me. That's fine by me. You're more than welcome to stay, hang out, flirt, chat, whatever. Totally up to you. If you need to go, or if you get summoned by someone else, do your thing. I totally understand. All right, well, good luck to you. And again, thank you so much, and it was nice meeting you. And whoop some ass. Like, whoop they ass. Or I think it's like Jason motherfucking dude, he's like, whoop they asses. Yeah. And yeah, probably off stream, what I might do with the Great Pumpkin Eater is I might actually go and get his. I might go around and like fucking get I might go around, like, you know, get the summons and stuff activated. Oh, hello, Red Wolf. Oh, you know. You are dead. Surprise, big nut. Number 5. Vulcan's Wrath, Brick. Vulcan's Wrath still out of you. Okay. So I think over here is the lower area. Come on, motherfucker. You think that's gonna stop me? Like, you truly are dumber than you look. Alright. Woo! I almost died. I like this one. No, I did not. I mean, the last one. Whoop. It is close, though. It is damn fucking close, though. Oh, okay, here's the one. It is the one I want. Power gathers somewhere in the horn remains. Alright, so I'm going to do a ting. Alright, Howler Horn Grounds. Yeah, maybe off stream or something, I might like, look at, I might, like, maybe off stream or something like that, I might like, look at the other remembrance bosses in the main game or something, see which ones that I could go, which ones I have left or something. And depending on how things go, I'll probably like, I don't know. I'll probably like, try and go for it or not. I don't know. It's gonna be kind of like, oh, we'll see type of moment. Now there you go. I got fucked in that. I got fucked by the back. And thank you so much for the follow, and I really appreciate it. Nice. Yep. Deer's dead now. I think. Nope, it's over there with fucking 1 health. Nope, you're not getting your health back. You're not allowed to. Alright. Alright, so that was the other thing that I know off the top of my head. So I think honestly... Yeah, I think honestly I'm gonna go ahead and just go to the Elden thing, play the intro, because it is almost time, it is almost about the time that I would normally be wrapping up anyway, which is 8 p.m. my time. So... So, Fractured America. Yeah, so I'm trying to think. So yeah, Mending Ruin of the Death Branch. Use the Shattered Elder Ring. I don't know why, but every time I see this, I think it's glowing and shit. Alright, use Mending Ruin of the Death Prince. And there's that thing.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall the age of the Duskborn.
There we go. I'm not going to go to the thing. Nope, not going to do Journey 2. Alright, so Great Pumpkin Eater is now done. He has, claimed the Elden Throne. Now he has 11 remembrances. Let me go see something. Might do a thing like change the name from Great Pumpkin Eater to Great Pumpkin Lord. Says you're no longer known as Great Pumpkin Eater. You shall therefore be known now as Great Pumpkin Lord. 'Cause fuck it, that's my Rumbleverse lore. I do kind of wonder if if I could do something to give him different stuff. Different stuffing things, as they say. Probably not, but, never hurts to play around with stuff. Dell, Gilmere, Cuckoo. Soldier, Alicarian. Let's see. Where are that gauntlets? Dealt like gauntlets, Gilmere. They got Godric's on. No armor. I'll play with that, I guess, for right now. Clean rots. Knights. Let's see. Let's see, so now he's at 77 poise. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Relating the clones. 10% over. I figured as much, and it's still stupid. You know, like, it's such a stupid thing. I don't know. Like, I'm kind of randomly digging this a little bit. And just have him, you know, like have his like a new little change or something. Plus, you know, go from 65 to 76 poise. And then a lot more people in the morning. Well, I don't blame you. I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record, but I do again very much appreciate you helping me out with Blaney in my world. You know, it means a lot. Because I honestly don't like fighting her solo or anything like that. I usually like to have either Ash summons or actual people. So. Yeah, I don't know. I think I might just play around with this for right now. And of course I can keep the other stuff and things, but yeah. It'll be hard to kill because of how much. But, oh, fucking for sure, bruh. Yeah. Yeah, she's just as annoying as fucking trying to deal with Malekith. Yeah, because we all know fucking Malekith likes to jump in the air, especially in stuff like that with his face too. Yeah, I'm not heavy rolling or anything, so yeah, I think I'll stick with this for right now. Yeah, cause I just wanted to have a little bit of fun with the fashion, and I'm gonna try to give them maybe better poise, but without having to worry about him heavy rolling. The real Let Me Solar can handle DLC where Dom is easy, but I can't really at all. Yeah, that boy was crazy. Yeah. I remember like whenever I remember when I played with my friend with my Horror Master Pay build and everything of my friend, and all that, like I had help because like I'm not really one to like care about trying to do things solo or whatever like that. Like I'm more of a cooperator. Like if you were to see me more in the lands between, like I'm more of a person who tries to help people versus like being an invader or something like that. Like if the only time I say I'd probably be like an invader is like either A, to meet up with someone to like, get goodies, or B, to like, do the thing with like, trying to go and find, or to get, to get to like Moog's area. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it here for tonight. And everything. I'm really happy with how things turned out. We managed to kill some bosses. Pretty good. Like, met another let me solo person. Trying to walk. Trying to go the infamous route. Which is fun to see. And everything. And yeah. That's pretty much all I got to say about that. We are going to try and raid someone. I don't know who I'm going to raid just yet because I have to look at my phone, of course. Oh. But yeah, my next planned stream, if everything goes well, will hopefully be tomorrow, aka Thursday. It's probably going to be more Dead by Daylight because sometime tomorrow the second part of the Chaos Shuffle tome should be unlocking. I'm more than likely going to be doing some of that stuff on my downtime with a few friends or something like that. But other than that, I'm probably going to be, trying to do some more stuff and things there. Might do some killer stuff because I do have some killer dailies to try and do and everything. And yeah, I got some killer dailies. Also have some, might do some random solo survivor stuff, whatever. But we'll see what happens. Take a little random picture of that. And I guess I'll go ahead and kind of like talk about my next active week of streaming because I've been kind of thinking about like what I'm going to maybe do and everything. And I kind of have a wee bit of an idea on something. So probably on Monday, at most, I might do the Return of Multiverse Monday, which is basically me playing Injustice 2, doing some stuff and things there. Tuesday will probably be another installment of Tarnished Tuesday, where I'll play some Elden Ring. I might play around with another build. I love if I can get Let Me Solo Her's point of no hitting her both phases. Oh, that would be fucking amazing, dude. Yeah, probably on Tuesday will be another installment of Tarnished Tuesday where I'll be playing some more Elden Ring. I don't know if I'll do anything with DLC stuff, like like having like have another character or something. Because I know that like at most that I have like the dude, and I also have Infallible kind of, doing their stuff and things as well. I kind of have them. I kind of been doing some stuff and things with them. Friday might be. I think he does left, right. Then side second. But yeah, Friday might be possibly some more. It might possibly be some more Nightmare Reaper at most. If I decide to do something otherwise. Saturday will be Shoot 'em Up Saturday, where I'll be doing more Doom 2 Hell on Earth. I'll be trying to play around with the Borg mod, trying to see if I can be able to finish the main, finish the game, with those weapons and everything. And Sunday I don't know 100% for sure yet, but I might probably do some. I might probably play some more Retro Realms Arcade. I might try to do more of the Halloween game or something like that. Because I know it's been a hot minute since I last touched that, so we'll see what happens. Found working exploit. What the fuck? I'm not gonna. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about there, but yeah, I'm not gonna click on that. I'm not clicking on that link. Yeah, we're gonna see how, we're gonna try to see if we can raid someone, you know, and go from there. I almost feel like, in a way, that I need to kind of get back into trying to do more, trying to do more of a Freedom Planet, but I don't know. Oh boy, Mr. Fantastic. It's almost like, who fucking... it's like fucking, you know, who'd have thought that, like, you know, when the first time I actually meet him, and, you know, Dead by Daylight, he'd be slugging me, and everyone on my team. Even though I was playing solo. But yeah, give me just, you know, give me some time, guys. You know, I want to try to see about, you know, who I might want to try and raid into. Oh, excuse me. You know, looking through like the live section and all that, I'm like, oh, you're like about to, probably like right into here, right to there. I did wish I could raid in the Cocovania, but last time I checked, she had a raid limit. So. Oh my god, fucking Dr. Purrington. Okay, okay. I think I know who I might try and write into. Because they have been live for that long. Let's see. Doctor P-U-R-R. Hopefully we will write into them. But we'll see. Yeah, apparently they're gonna be playing some Genshin Impact, which not really my thing, but this person has been live for that long, so. But anyway, so as always, everyone, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I really and truly appreciate it. Now, Iron, I don't know if you're still here, but I think what I might do, just kind of save you, just kind of like, maybe save you some trouble or something like that. And that's for, if you're committed or whatever, but I might probably try to go back around into the VOD and find the run, that you did of Melania, just so you can kind of, see it for yourself that way. I'll try at least. But I just want to say, other than that though, thank you guys so much for watching, the stream and everything. I really and truly appreciate it. I hope you guys have enjoyed, the whole shebang of, Great Pumpkin Eater, now known as Great Pumpkin Lord, because he's now Elden Lord and everything like that. Got kind of have like some slightly new drip and everything. So, yeah. But until the next stream and everything like that, though, as always, if you enjoyed what you saw today and you're watching this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you want to follow me anywhere else online, you can check out my YouTube channel, give it a sub, and all the usual good stuff. And feel free to follow me on Twitter and stuff as well, because I do post a lot of stuff there, especially from YouTube links and all that. Alright, so until I see you guys in the next video, or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.